Hello, my beautiful, precious friends. It's Natalie. This is Natalie Levin Astrology, and today it is Thursday, February 4th, 2021 at 1:20 p.m. on the East Coast. And I want to tell you a story, some stories. This is story time. So today, okay, here's here's what's happening. On January 30th, Mercury is retrograde. It happened. It's backwards. And for me, it's hitting me directly on my life mission, my North Node in Aquarius, which is at 23 degrees of Aquarius. Mercury, when retrograde, invites us to slow it down. And what would that be like to slow down, even though I feel like I'm already really slow? So this is what it has felt like for me so far. Yesterday, I was taking my child to gymnastics camp. It's always been there in the same place, and we get there, and it's not there. It's not in the building. It's gone. So I have to call and say, where are you? And then they're like, oh, we moved in all of a sudden. So we have to go to that place. Oh, there's snow all over here in Philadelphia as well. So that's happening. Then trying to get back to the gymnastics camp. This I'm attributing to the invitation to super slow down for me. The next thing that happens is at gymnastics camp, I'm trying to get back to pick up my child, and every street I turned on, there was a car just stopped, and then there was a tow truck trying to pull a car backwards into this like fancy parts car garage, and it couldn't do it, and took like 5 minutes to get there. Finally it turned and went direct. Literally, the car went direct, not Mercury. Then today, I got stuck trying to get the car out of the driveway this morning at about 8:15 a.m. in the snow. And I called on the angels and said, angels, I give thanks that I'm able to free the car with my child in the car. We got out after some prayers and some frustration from me and shoveling. Then I get to the school, and I get stuck there again in the snow. So it's all like, okay, slow it down, Natalie. Slow it down. Slow it down. I hope this story is helpful to illustrate what's going on right now. Maybe it's hitting your chart as well, similarly. Also, all of this is happening while collective young feelings are very up. And I am part of the collective, so I'm feeling very young about all this. And if I had not already been on antidepressants, I most likely would have been sobbing at many different points in this story. So I get stuck in the driveway at the school because it's an ice sheet. And then Aquarius is the energy of community and groups. So the group of parents come together and push me out of the stuck spot, which was fabulous. And then I was pushing too, and then I fell down in the middle of the pushing, which is, for good measure. Then I'm running up the driveway to the car because someone else drove the car up. And I'm like, thank you, just like saying thank you to the universe, to all the multiverses as I'm driving along. Yesterday, I had bought new windshield wipers for the car because, of course, one of them broke and flew off, and also the headlight broke in the car all at once, Mercury retrograde. And the windshield wipers were not the right match. So that's Mercury retrograde. Expect to do everything several times so that I can really sink into the experience. And the thing is, what's happening for me is I'm not delighting in the experience. And I wonder if so another thing that's happening for all of us as I'm telling this story is that Saturn, which is limits and structures and stop and like non-juiciness, is also talking to our collective wounding. So there's this feeling that's happening for me, at least. I wonder if you can relate, of this stop, no, you're bad. Like some entity saying, you're bad, you didn't get an A, you're not enough. There's something about that coming up for me very strongly right now. Saturn is sextiling Chiron. That's how I would say it. Um, and as a recovering perfectionist, that's very uncomfortable for me. Then I returned the window wipers today to Blessed Walmart, where I had a great experience. And I also took the car delightedly to Jiffy Lube, which, praise all the aliens. They did such a great job, and it was cheaper. It was like the same price as if I had bought the headlight and the windshield wipers myself. And I was like, thank you. And I'm going to write them a review of greatness on their page because they're so fabulous. Then I went to Starbucks and Mercury retrograde. I said when Mercury's retrograde, the invitation is to stop and check your order, which I did not do. And even though I had ordered my venti Starbucks drip with 12 white sugars in it, it had no sugar. So that was really sad. And now I'm home and I just had a client, and what it feels like to me, because I have not been softening into the um, rhythm, is I feel very tense and very tight. Um, the invitation could be to slow down and trust and allow for more time for me to get to and from places, for me to do projects. Expect that when I'm, like, for example, I might launch a new website during Mercury retrograde. And if I do, I can expect that I might have to go back and work on it a few times with my website designer. And none of this is an emergency, though it does activate very intense feelings of aversion in me. And the other thing that's happening today specifically is the moon is in very deep feeling Scorpio. So the feelings can feel so like super activated and activating. And also the moon for all of us is opposing, talking to Mars in a tension field energy, and Mars is anger. So I know that my anger is coming up over and over and over. I'm yelling, and it's landing on my child a lot, and that really sucks. And I really would like to invite myself to take big breaths. And I mean, I have to yawn because I don't even know what else to do. So I hope that this felt helpful in some way for what you might be experiencing. It's not the lightest time right now. And I don't. It's not all Mercury, but Mercury for me feels very prominent in that story I just told. I wonder what it's like to be you, and if you have any Mercury retrograde stories at this time. I'm so glad you're here with me. If you want to work with me, reach out. I love, love, love working with you. Okay, take good care.